All right, so we get some big news.
That would
We're
be
going to be
great.
reacting to the Mabinogi New Rise live stream. We're going to be checking that out and seeing everything they dropped. I missed it live. And I thought maybe they were going to be playing my music, but no, they're not. So we're going to be checking out this live. I'm trying to switch up content on my channel, kind of cover more content, make different types of content. So we're going to be reacting to this live stream. New Rise is supposed to be a pretty big update to Mabinogi. Now, if you like this video, be sure to drop a like. Let me know what you think about this entire video when it comes to like the live stream, Mabinogi's future, this update. I love hearing back from you guys, and from there, let's jump into it. We're gonna skip through this.
Oh, they can hear us.
Oh, I hear talking.
Give me a second.
So I don't think they realize that they're not muted while playing the screen. And it's interesting that they don't have this as a scene. For example, on OBS, you can have like a scene with just your video, like image, music, and no mic. And then you flip scenes. But what I think they do is they all have it under one. And then they just hide the image afterwards, which is a brave choice, if you ask me. All right. We'll go back a little bit here. Now, this is going to be a long video, okay? Full disclosure, so make sure you grab some snacks, grab some food. I'm going to be pausing the talk. It's what to expect, but let's jump into it. I'm excited. It's starting soon, trademark.
Hi everyone! Wow, there's no scuff going on. Or nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hi everyone, thank you for your patience. Can you hear us okay? Do we sound okay?
Checking the chat. They're all saying good.
Yes, so a lot of people have already noticed. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here, let me do a formal introduction. Welcome, Militians, to another official Mabinogi live stream.
Hell yeah,
I'm
let's
Sian
go.
Arcee, and joining to me today is our very special guest, producer Mulin, or AKA. Oh.
Hi everyone. I'm the Mobby producer, Amy. I've played Mobby for 18 years, and I've been working at Nexon for 9 of those years as GM Mulin.
Thank you for your very brief introduction. I know that you've been
Only 9 years. For some reason, I thought it was longer, but, huh. I thought it was longer for some reason.
on stream with us a couple times before.
To be super transparent, I did have drinks with everyone here in case you guys didn't know. They're all very chill human beings. Like, remove this aspect of their job from them. Very awesome human beings. And what they're doing here on this, as CMs, as GMs, I think they're doing amazing. Elbon too. Elbon's funny. Let's see. Sorry, I ordered coffee. I want to make sure it gets here. But for some reason, this guy, he was at home. I don't know if you can see. He's been at home for the last 20 minutes. And I get it. It's early, man, but I need me my coffee.
And you've been on stream yourself. But last time our Militians may have seen you, it was, gosh, our last anniversary stream. But that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Nope.
Of course, we also have Elabon helping behind the scenes, so he will be on deck helping Mew and I. Gosh.
I'll be a bit more quiet and off screen, but I'll chime in every once in a while. So don't worry about me.
DJ Elabon.
We have seen so much speculation as to what today's broadcast could be, all of the things that it can hold, and I
know right away it has to be like New Rise. I opened the launcher this morning, New Rise. I did not read any of the articles, though. I wanted to go into the blind. I really wanted to react to this last night, but I was so tired.
need you guys to trust us. It has been so hard keeping everything a secret, even up until 10 minutes ago when you could maybe hear our microphones. I wanted to spill every secret, but I am being very patient. Anyway, we're keeping everything a secret for today.
We-
You do want to bring him closer.
Oh, Mew needs to be a little bit closer.
Let's see if we can hear us now. We know this is something that you've been heavily anticipating, so we're excited to get right into it. Just as long as we can hear each other now.
We
Okay.
have been doing quite a lot. In any case,
Not testing it out beforehand. It's crazy. But respect, they got Elabon there. They're
we
good
are
to
very
go.
pleased to present today's topics. Mew, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to proceed.
Coming soon,
This is on
Yes.
Elabon watch. He's gone.
our
Oh,
You want to say it? You want me to say it?
Oh.
You want Elabon to say it?
No, are we
RC's cut off.
are we ready?
Oh, Elabon, are we ready for the reveal?
It's up to you.
Okay. Our Mabinogi New Rise update
Oh, hold on.
is coming November 13th.
I gotta move myself, but RC's cut off. That's funny.
2025, which is next week.
Coming so soon. Elabon, hit the button.
I'm working on it. Sorry, you were hidden.
Hit the button.
I
I don't
did.
need to be present. I'm here for the news.
November 13th.
As
Okay.
a very brief overview for this update, Mulin, take it away.
So this update will be covering a plethora of changes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming next week, so we would like to tease and go over all of the upcoming content that we have prepared. And we'll also be
Revamped
touching
combat,
a little bit on
really?
December as well.
Mm-hmm. We've got quite a lot. We are going to leak a little bit. Elabon's already ahead of me in the leaking.
My apologies.
There's quite a lot to cover, so we're going to get through all of it today.
They
Yours?
That's
still
crazy.
say you're a bit quiet, Mulin.
Could you also increase Mulin's input mic number
I
2 just a
did.
teensy bit?
Let me. You're turned all the way up, Mew.
And you still can't hear?
We can hear you fine now, or I can.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
And chat's just being mean at this point. She's just a quiet gal. And they're like, oh, we can't hear you. She's just quiet. Let the girl be.
Just saying that's good.
Okay.
Oh, God. I could hear her fine.
While we kind of get into everything, Elabon showed it off a little teensy bit. The New Rise update will be featuring quite a lot of things. Mulin, please provide the full intro.
So, the New Rise update is introducing overall sweeping changes to combat, dungeons, and the ways that you obtain power.
Okay.
This update centers on a complete overhaul of the combat and equipment systems, which will ultimately enhance the player experience, as it will be bringing a smoother focus on gradual character growth and power. In recent years, the Mabinogi team has consistently worked on creating an environment to make leveling and progression smoother.
Okay.
If many of you have been playing Mabi this year even, then you know that there have been many content updates structured around improving the overall game experience.
Oh, yes. Well, it's okay.
So, to further get
This is a little awkward. God love Mew, but do you guys... I don't know how to say this, but do you ever been to like a presentation in school and you can tell like the person's just they really don't want to do it, but they're being forced to do it? That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. And I think it's just because she's not in control of the slides, right? She can't click next. So she's waiting on Elabon to click to the next slide so that way she can continue reading. But sorry, I just had to call that out. I felt a little weird.
Into it. Many of these changes have hovered around the scope of improving the early game with auto pathfinding, improved tutorial focuses, and storyline progression.
Okay.
While making these improvements, more Militians have joined Mobby. And maybe you've been seeing there's new faces in the game as well.
I did notice that, yeah.
However, even though these early stage growth elements have been greatly improved, Militians still say that Mabinogi is difficult. Seeing this, the Mabinogi team...
It's not just difficult. It's... As a new player coming in the Mabinogi, you gotta think, this is a game from like 20 years ago, and the mechanics are so dated. The layout of things are so dated. Visually, the game's dated. And people come in really wanting to try and like this game, but then they're put off by being bombarded by 20 years of content. Like, I'm telling you, you make a new character, at one point you would get all the quests at once, and then you wouldn't know which one to prioritize. And they kind of did fix that with like the quest tabs, but how are you supposed to know like 6 quests out of the basic quests are important for you to continue to unlock this skill, which then will show up. It's a lot.
concluded that that maintaining the current progression structure, even if we individually adjusted each of the progression elements, it would be insufficient to resolve all of the fundamental issues.
That's kind of what we're here to get into a little bit and to show off. So as Elebon has already shown another little sneak peek, we are going to completely change the direction of various progression. So from Elebon's perspective, stay where you are, Elebon. The very first thing we'll be talking about are the revamped dungeons, as well as the fully revamped combat experience. So when we say the fully revamped combat experience, what exactly do we mean?
Yeah,
Well,
break it down.
Dungeons are a key integral part to Mabinogi, and as such there are quite a few of them, which is great. It means that there can be a lot to do in Mobby. For new players though, it can be a bit overwhelming to know which dungeons to do, and also know which dungeons will specifically help you grow your character, and which ones are the quickest while working your way towards more of our endgame contents.
Right.
As such, we've decided to make dungeons a bit more streamlined. With the New Rise update, we're introducing new revamps for dungeons, and the combat experience in dungeons will be quicker, thus overall, it will be quicker to run these dungeons.
What do you mean? Break it down for me some more.
There are so many dungeons in Mobby. That's absolutely a great thing too. I know you mentioned it earlier. It is something that not a lot of Militians may recognize or be able to experience for themselves. So that's kind of what we're leaning into here.
So the dungeons that you saw, or that you see here, are what we consider the core dungeons in Mobby. So we have Ulad dungeons, to more intensive content such as Tech Duin, Krombas, Glenberna, and of course our newest release of Brileth. And with these dungeons, and to acquire main equipment that you need to collect all materials from these dungeons and craft the equipment. That's the structure that allows you to take the first step towards growth in Aaron. However, in reality, we noticed that the percentage of players who actually craft equipment and grow through these methods and through dungeons is actually very low.
I may be guilty of...
I just need to say, it's because drop rates are absolutely dog shit. I'm still building my Solana, and I have not got a single goddamn drop for this. I had to buy everything. I've been grinding content to get money to buy the materials I need to make Solana. I'm not getting, like, before I get pissed off, we're just going to keep going.
I know that I've skipped a couple steps myself, and I definitely get caught up in the process, even as an existing Militian of a couple years. So for any kind of new Militian, it can totally be overwhelming.
These kind of interruptions aren't the intended flow, and we wanted to create a system that all users can engage with properly, And with New Rise, you'll be able to earn equipment quickly and use it immediately.
The main reason you run a dungeon is for gear or for gear upgrades. Elebon, please proceed. Of course, dungeons have other purposes too.
And after the introduction of New Rise, the equipment dropped in these dungeons will immediately provide gear for you to use.
Whoa.
And the power that you gain from these gears will scale depending on the difficulty of the content. The equipment will now be available in their completed forms without needing to craft them.
What the hell?
For example, when completing hard mode advanced Yulad dungeons, you'll be able to receive a Celtic weapon and refined armor, and these items will be dropped from the final chest when completing the dungeon.
Such a
Okay.
nice change. These items will be untradeable, but we will elaborate more about that soon. Hold your hands. Don't type anything yet. We know what you want to hear.
Bank storageable.
So moving on.
Once you've obtained both weapons and armor from the dungeons, you'll be able to progress onto Tech Duin. From here, you'll be able to find completed Perseus and Ruination weapons, as well as the Ultimate Chaos armor in their finished states.
What the
With this
hell,
gear in
bro?
tow, you'll likely move on to Crom Bass, and in Crom, you'll have a low chance to obtain various Nightbringer weapons. You can kind of see where we're going with this by now. After obtaining all of these upgraded equipment
What the hell, bro? This is a great change.
pieces, you'll be more primed and prepped for harder content. With these advancements towards gear progression, we're hoping that more militians can participate in harder contents too.
Honestly, this is such a relief. I'm interested in creating a new milition just to run through the content myself to see kind of how the new flow feels. I think it'll be a really nice comparison from what we've known.
This is a crazy change. Oh my god. This literally makes it so running content on the bare minimum gets you stronger instead of having to grind it over and over and over to potentially make some money so that way you could potentially get a piece of what you need to upgrade or a piece of what you need to get stronger. This is crazy. This is good.
So long as militions too. We've now spoken a little bit about the various weapons, and as part of our slide, we've mentioned the Ultimate Chaos armor. But if you've noticed, we also have the refined armor. It doesn't necessarily look like armor to me, right? Isn't that Hebona?
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate a little bit more about what the refined armor might mean?
Yeah. So, of course, we have the 4 existing refined armor sets. Listed here are the Northern Lights, Royal Knight, Dust and Silver Knight, and the Majestic Knight. But to establish an intermediate level gear suitable for all militians to use, we needed to establish this set with added bonus set effects. And so those set effects will be added to these armors with the update.
So we know that these aren't the only armor sets within these sets, but what about other refined armor options?
Newly added.
Additionally,
Habana. Okay. Bohemian. Okay. Damn. Okay.
we have also added 4 new refined armor sets that will introduce some new gear for combat, magic, alchemy, and archery talents.
This is great. This is really good.
Additionally, we've also added
You paused for my claps and it threw me off.
yes. Yes. So, of course, you may recognize these armors, and so they're newly refined pieces
It's not a robe anymore.
gear that we know and love, and so they will have additional set effects added to them, and then you can find these armor sets and their associated.
This is great because it adds new life to to armor that became kind of obsolete 10 years ago. Like with this now, you'll see people crafting mid-game armor, especially when Eternity drops. It's a great setup what they're doing. I know if you're in endgame, you're probably not gonna give a fuck, but this is to increase the longevity of Mabinogi and make it more player friendly, which is great because I've been trying to get my friends to play.
Shaded patterns in Ula dungeons, and our hopes are that with all 8 of these and additional refined armor sets, Militians will be able to progress their character.
Yep.
Also, the Hobona is an armor piece and not a robe.
This is so weird. Elabon wanted to call this Hubonaception or even Hibonbon.
Don't throw me under the bus.
You wanted to. We talked about this earlier. This was something that Mew was particularly excited about for the refined armor set. We had to sneak in this cute little interruption.
Okay, yeah.
So
It
stepping
is
back
funny.
a second, we've added various weapons, refined armors, but we still need to elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, please
How
give me
good are
the
the
rundown.
stats for these items that we're talking about?
So we have a plan on implementing what we'll talk about next, which is the equipment rarity and grading system.
Rarities.
So Sparkly, woo!
This is a new
What?
tier system for equipment and armor items, and ultimately, all crafted equipment is going to be considered masterwork, the highest rarity grade. This is important because
What?
crafted equipment will always be of the highest value in Mobby. And through this
Bro, I'm gonna get stronger with this update. Increase physical attack plus 30%. This is great. Oh my god.
overhaul of the dungeon experience, you can obtain equipment items a lot more quickly, and this equipment rarity system is added in order to create an environment where all players can gradually improve their gear while still aiming for crafted equipment and the benefits from them.
This is great. I love this. GG.
Here we have our rarities. So we have common, sturdy.
So, common to exquisite, you get as drops, and then masterwork is for going out of your way and crafting it. God damn.
Fine, exquisite, and masterwork grades. And these varying grades of non-tradable equipment will be obtainable in dungeons, serving as that smoother bridge for progress.
That's
As a
great.
very quick aside, when we were deciding what to name these in terms of their tier, this is something that took us an unexpectedly long time, but was very fun to work on. So getting to see this rarity grade system kind of flourish was something very exciting for us.
Yeah, I hope you like the names of the tiers, because I think that it fits very well.
Items that are graded do receive bonus stats depending on the rarity grade that they have. So, of course, the higher the rarity grade, the higher the bonus stat for that item. Likewise, any items obtained within dungeons are granted a randomized range of bonus stats. So, this means
Whoa. All physical attack percentages are examples and not final values. Shit.
that it's possible to obtain a masterwork grade piece of gear in a dungeon, but will it be stronger than crafted equipment? We'll need to see. Crafted equipment would possess the maximum possible bonus damage value from this rarity system.
Also, the items that will be receiving rarity grades will be those such as Celtic Raid and Refined Armor and above. So, we'll get right into that in the next slide.
This is so fun for me. Okay, so effectively, they are the weapon tiers we know and love, right? All of our militians can agree these are the weapon tiers you are familiar with. The differences between these weapon types are Alapon Enhance. Ta-da!
Oh. Wait. Soul Liberator and Solana Blade.
Existing weapons will be upgraded to a more powerful form through scaling. The gaps in between will all be filled by untradeable equipment, so even if you obtain equipment of a lower grade, the environment will still be structured so that you're ultimately aiming towards the masterwork level equipment, and that is the crafted equipment.
So this goes a little bit further too.
The Soul Liberator series and the Saluna Blade, being the current highest tier best in slot weapons, will only be obtainable through crafting. And to be worthy of being the highest tier, they will also be given additional advantages over other weapons.
Oh, fuck.
And so, the special upgrade level 8 has been unlocked.
Whoa.
I feel like it only makes sense for weapons that are that high tier and that out of my league. As painful as it is to say.
We hope that it gives you another challenge to beat.
While we're on the topic of weapons, we also plan on introducing 2 new Nightbringer weapons. The One-Handed Axe, the Raider, and the Healing Wand, Savior, Sacred Guards, and Harmonic Saints rejoice together for brand new weapons.
That's crazy.
This is something that was very, very fun. We feel like we had to definitely pop it in right here. That being said, we've talked a lot about the various weapons and gears, and all of this is for the overall gaming experience and flow for our militians. But what about another key part that we lightly talked about for the revamped dungeons? Let's talk about some dungeon changes.
Okay.
So
Bro.
we'll talk more about the
This is so much content. Jesus Christ. Like, just weapon grades is a great change. Being able to get drops in dungeons is great. What else are we going to see?
further adjustments to dungeons that will be coming with New Rise. Currently, the dungeons listed here are composed of various difficulty levels, and we'll be condensing these levels a bit more to be a bit more comprehensive. Tech to Win will now have one unified difficulty. It will also have improvements for all of our solo-only militians.
And, as you can already see, Elebon click. Crom will also be changed so that there are now 2 difficulties instead of ranging erg levels. Very interesting. Easy will be easy to clear solo, and normal will be intended for party play. Just to very lightly break it down for you.
So we'll also be removing some mechanics that don't quite equate to the larger player experience.
Oh my god.
We can talk about removing mechanics. Huh?
Well, we'll be lightly simplifying these dungeon mechanics. So we'll be shortening
What the fuck? Shorten dungeons.
dungeons. We'll be removing the zombie hallways in both Festiata and Krombas.
You won't be missed.
Oh my
That makes
god.
sense. But Glen Berna seems a little bit out of the scope for this. What do you mean?
For Glen Berna, we plan to change the mechanics so that it's possible to enter alone even on an easy difficulty.
For militians who may not yet have tackled the harsh winters of Glen Berna, there's a key mechanic when you enter the dungeon. Your party is split into 2. You need to progress through the dungeon together in sync. Understandably, this can't be done solo. So who's going to handle the other day cycle if there's only one person in your instance?
Who indeed?
Merlin.
Potentially a very handsome Merlin.
Interesting.
Yes, so because there are the Sun and Moon systems, Merlin will be able to help you on this challenge, and Glen Berna Basic will be another stepping stone to acquiring more gear.
W
I'm very
change.
curious.
Removing the zombie corridor and the corridors in Crombass. W. Dungeons, I don't think they really needed to be touched because I'm pretty sure they already made them shorter. Like, they're not as long as I remember them being. Because I have an old video from like 2011 where we ran a dungeon and it took us like 40 minutes. And that was with 4 people. But it's a lot faster now.
To learn more about our militians who plan on tackling Glen Berna while solo. Still might be a little bit out of my scope for now, but honestly, I think this is a really great step towards solo play for militians in general. I know, not to put you on blast, Mew, I know that you sometimes struggled with the Chrome Boss hallways.
I do
And
not
I
like
think
that
a lot of
hallway.
our militians can relate to this too. So I know that everybody at home and
The hallway does kind of suck whenever you're trying to do it solo. Like, it's just not good. Like in Crom Bass, I hated it. I hate trying to do it solo. Ugh. Because I just bonk things. Like, I just run up, I hit them, and having to manage and pull them. Ugh.
Mew are kicking your feet right now. Now that everything's been reduced a little bit, I can imagine this content will be much quicker to run, right?
Yes. So these changes will make it so that advanced hard mode dungeons and tech to win dungeons can be cleared within 5 minutes, and Crom Boss and Glen Berna within 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
I feel like we're going by so quick. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like butterflies on my heart from all of this content.
Next, we're going to also talk about reducing the dungeon entry restrictions. The
What?
ULAD Advanced Hard Mode dungeons can be entered without having to use a pass now, and the weekly entry limit for Tech to Win missions have been removed.
We've heard your pleas,
What?
militians, and personally, my inventory is saved from all of my hoarded dungeon passes.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better.
However, if there were no limits at all on how many times someone could run content, you may ask, won't there be a gap between players clearing dungeons faster and more frequently, and could it have an impact on the game's economy?
Oh, fuck, here we go. Always about the game's economy. And God bless them for trying, but I don't really see all that much change happening to the game's economy. So far, New Rise is going to be great. New Rise is going to help players get stuff without having to be fucking fleeced by the auction house, which is great. But in terms, well, I'm going to shut up. We'll see how this plays out.
Since we're making it possible to clear these dungeons in under 5 minutes, those with better gear might be able to clear them in 1 minute or even 30 seconds.
1 minute
Rixie's gonna love this. Firelight, I know you're watching this. You're gonna love this.
or 30 seconds is crazy to me.
We also felt that imposing the weekly limit would slow the growth pace for new players. Which is why we'll be introducing a new reward enhancement item called Nyartite to help separate growth from loot acquisition.
When we were coming up with this term, I remember blurting out in a meeting, what the heck is Nyartite? You're gonna make me say that on stream?
I'm glad you asked. The core Gaelic word Nyar,
People are
or
just gonna call it
Nyart, or
Neotite.
Nyart glass, refers to a power of force, and in this case, it's sealed within the stone. Lore-wise, Nyartite's description suggests that some believe these stones to be the crystallized tears of Morgan. They're shaped like a stone heart with a glowy crystal in the center.
Looking extra crunchy.
I
Agree?
agree.
You looked conflicted for a second.
It does look
There's something appetizing.
scrumptious.
It kind of looks like a sugar cookie.
Anyway,
All in all, it goes to say, Nyartite effectively is a little bit similar to shadow crystals, if you're familiar. Not necessarily in use, but in function.
yeah. So when using Nyartite, you'll be able to use it when opening your dungeon reward chests, and you'll be able to obtain special rewards such as the broken magic essence, and you'll be receiving a set amount of Nyartite each week, and the amount is given to be intended to be used within that week. And therefore, the progression is unlimited,
Wow.
but the experience of gaining the loot is limited to separate it from progression.
I wanted to name it Far.
We
Hellfire.
couldn't name it Far. If we named it Far, it would sound too much like fart. It just wouldn't work. We literally couldn't add that.
All right. So what I'm understanding, you can run content over and over. The best drops are going to be reserved for using this item. I think that's good because right now, as it stands, the odds of getting anything in this game, any significant drop, are slim. Mind you, I did get a Kraken heart, but I've been trying to get one for like the last 3 years. And I finally got one. And I sold it. Anyways, I think this is great. At least you're guaranteed some sort of drop, rare drop. I'm hoping it's guaranteed, so maybe you earn them, you get them, and you have more odds. Ugh, we're just gonna have to see how it all plays out. This is so many changes, man.
Okay. To be a little bit more serious, I feel like I've been goofing off a lot. We've talked a lot about dungeon changes, various equipments, and overall adjustments to make user experience a little bit more advantageous. I know we have so much more to talk about, so we're good to move on. I know that there are also a lot of questions coming in through chat too, so hold your questions until the end. We have something for it.
Yes. So, on the topic of dungeons, we do have something new we want to show off.
Something new.
This is something in particular that I'm very excited for. With the New Rise update coming next week, we will also be introducing Shine Seeker dungeons. In essence, I'm going to try to break down what a Shine Seeker dungeon is very, very briefly, but if I don't get to all the details, we'll talk about it next week. The Shine Seeker dungeon is a dungeon that can be played through extremely rapidly with chances at very appealing drops. Elabon and I, of course, will go through a little bit more of the details and the specifics, so hold your pants. The high points for this include...
So, the Shine Seeker dungeon is intended to be a daily challenge that you look forward to play each day. The dungeon is short, it's a one boss room fight with 5 waves. It was designed so that militians who have progressed through the Blonded storyline and unlocked their first Arcana, that they should be able to clear this dungeon in about 5 minutes or so. And as you grow your character, you'll be able to see your time get better and better.
That is something that is so satisfying too. It's like a time trial challenge for yourself. I also wanted to take a little bit of a moment to talk about the lore explained by the dev team. If any of our militians in chat are familiar with the book, The Embodiment of Destruction of Glas Gavalion, sorry for the pronunciation, Geek, I know you're listening. You can get this book from Bryson Banger. Within the book, it depicts some of the background lore regarding Glas, primarily his main substance for eating gold. The Shine Seeker dungeon is where Fomorians, under the control of Keelhole, have collected various forms of riches dating back to all old ancient times in preparation of Glas's summoning.
Okay.
This seems to be where the Fomorians were storing these valuables within the Shine Seeker dungeons. Effectively, it's kind of like a giant treasure vault.
Yeah, basically. And perhaps when you are defeating the monsters in this dungeon, you're taking a chance at earning some of those valuables. I think it's really cute.
It is really cute. I like the way it ties everything together. So, diving in a little bit more to the Shine Seeker Orb, let's talk about it.
I'm surprised at how early people will be able to start getting this shit, because they just completely flipped the flow of game progression on its head. Like, fucking, you could get your friend to start playing this week, and by next month they could potentially have a Void Robe. Or a Nightbringer weapon, or a Rune weapon. That's just crazy. It's a great change. It's a great change. Don't think I'm bitching about it. I'm all for making Mabinogi more accessible for people to get more people playing. And I think this here is a great change.
Mm-hmm. The Shine Seeker Orb dungeon will be providing various non-tradable equipment. Of course, higher value items will be rarer than others.
But are these the only types of loot that you can get? I know we're showing an example on screen, but...
These won't be the only items that you'll be wanting to seek out in the Shine Seeker dungeon, and we don't want to spoil everything, so we'll wait until you have a chance to look at it for yourself.
I don't even know if Elabon and I will showcase everything next week. Haven't gotten that far yet. Elabon just raged at me. I know we said that we would wait to discuss more information about these dungeons, but there's one last thing. How do Militians get Shine Seeker orbs?
You'll get a few each day for free. But also, after clearing Advanced Hard Mode dungeons, Tech Duin, Kromboss, and Glenberna, you'll have a chance at more dropping. And if you accumulate really effective gear through the Shine Seeker dungeon, you may even be able to attempt Relith.
I'm ready to add this to my list of dailies.
Really?
Honestly, in the testing period, I've played through a couple of Shine Seeker dungeons just to see the flow of everything and to kind of get a feeling for it for myself. And given how quick and convenient it is, there's honestly no reason not to run it. It's something that'll take only a couple minutes if you are truly struggling, like a certain RC. But that goes to say, we hope you also look forward to these looty dungeons, Militians.
I think that the loot... I'm just going to say this. The change to loot progression is a massive W because that's the biggest thing that Mabio was suffering is the lack of incentive for running a dungeon. Now, this will provide a great change for everyone who's trying to run content, get drops, and make your alt character stronger, make yourself stronger. It's great.
Also, while we're working on revamping the dungeons themselves, we of course had to update some of the UIs that come with it. And here's the before and after of how the dungeon guide will look.
Doesn't it look so nice now? It's so clean. All of the information's readily available.
So I do like that there's just an inherent... Oh, excuse me. I just got my iced coffee. Toasted coconut from Wendy's. Not sponsored. Just tried it. Absolutely fire. I do like now that it's like a list instead of like this grid, this messy grid system. It looks a lot nicer. It tells you what your equipment level should be. And before it was based off of damage. And then I like this. I like it.
I feel like I remember when we did an older, more recent revamp, and it must have been when we added the favorites tab. It still felt great, but there's something so refined about this at a first glance. It feels very modernized. We've really come so far.
It does. It really does.
Not only that, but you can see the nice sparkly indication down at the bottom, wink wink nudge nudge, for the Albi Shine Seeker dungeon at the very bottom.
Yeah. So each day you're going to be able to meet a new NPC, Soraya, near the Polnabrone Rock in Dunby.
That was a
And
mouthful.
she'll be giving you 3 orbs every day, so you'll want to run your dungeons.
Okay.
For Militians that are familiar with picking up your daily pass from the archaeologist in the same area, it'll be very familiar for you. Moving on.
Okay.
We also have brand new systems joining us.
Whoa.
So we have the Equipment Inheritance System. This system is a new system that will allow you to transfer your inheritance properties, and those will be things like reforging, enchants,
Oh my god.
special upgrades, and Urk. And you'll be able to choose which.
They don't even have to talk anymore. This is a huge win. This is great. This is phenomenal. Oh my god. Not having to... It felt like such a punishment to get a brand new weapon and then having to, I guess, buy enchantments again. Get 3-line rolls for reforges. Fucking get the reforges that you wanted. Like, that in itself felt like you were being punished for trying to get stronger. And this is such a great change. Oh my god.
Elements that you'd like to inherit to your other weapon.
You can kind of see a list of it under the UI a little bit. There are various options for the prefix enchantment, suffix, special upgrade, reforges, erg, etc. Some other tabs you cannot see.
In essence, equipment inheritance is a function that allows you to inherit various elements and make sure that you are keeping your progression through the
This is
items
so goddamn
that
great.
you are obtaining.
Oh my god. I
It's
love
important
this.
to keep in mind that when using the equipment inheritance, the source equipment used will be destroyed after your upgrades have been transferred.
That's
So,
fine.
for more restrictions, conditions, etc., keep an eye out for our live stream next week where Elabon and I take our way and take our time looking through it.
I'm just hoping they let you transfer everything and not just one thing. It says select upgrades to transfer, so I think we're good. Select the upgrades you would like to inherit. Okay, perfect.
You might be noticing the shards at the bottom. These are new refined crystal shards, and we'll be telling you a bit about how to get those in a bit.
You're getting ahead of me. Moving on, here is a very quick visual guide, roughly for an estimated cost per equipment inheritance for each of the various weapon
Soul Liberator jumped.
types. I know that's not fully comprehensive, but this is to give you an idea of what we might be looking forward to. This isn't going to be just about the cost for gold tier per weapon, but this will include cost for other materials for the succession of inheriting those traits. So as you can see, Soul Liberator weapons are so predominantly powerful, yeah, thank you, that they may or may not be a little bit of a bank breaker. But you'll get a better idea in game for those of you fortunate to have a Soul Liberator.
At that point, it's like the last weapon you'll ever need for like a lifetime. Like Solana dropped what, almost 2016, 2018, something like that. And there's still nothing that really competes with it. I know Soul Liberator is just slightly behind it. I guess Soul Liberator could compete with Solana. That's the next best thing. And so it makes sense that it's so expensive.
Your weapon. Scooching on through, talking about those shards. Mew, take it away.
Yeah. So we also will have the equipment disassembly system. And
Perfect.
This is a system that is going to allow you to dismantle any unneeded equipment. Thus, we'll be breaking it down into the refined crystal shards.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
great.
Equipment that you'll be
For all the untradeable shit that you get in dungeons, that like the armors, the new gear system, you'll be able to break that shit down, get the crystals. And this is great. This is more in line with modern games. I don't even need to hear what they're saying. This is phenomenal.
receiving from all of the dungeons that we mentioned before will have the dungeon loot tag, and you'll be able to perform the equipment disassembly on those items. And
Perfect.
Those are the items that possess a rarity grade.
Additionally, as you can kind of tell from the UI graphic on the left, there will be a locking function. That way you don't accidentally disassemble anything that you actually wanted to keep. So Militians, I know you're just as bad about this as I am. Lock your equipment if you want to save it. Don't disassemble it. Elabon's laughing from across the room.
This is great change.
There will be some restrictions for disassembling some items, but we will get into more details in the future. Let's go ahead and let's move on a little bit. Gosh, we've been talking about a lot. I feel like I need to stretch after that.
Yeah, it's a crazy
There have
update.
been so many additions, some adjustments, some tweaking, but we still have more to cover. Are you ready for fantasy life changes?
I'm ready for it.
What?
So, coming with New Rise, there of course will be plenty of fantasy life changes. And we've got some great additions on the way. And the first thing that we want to talk about pertains to Reforges.
We mentioned it earlier that untradeable gear will appear in dungeons,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Untradeable gear will
Come with the reforging attributes already applied. So, to further alleviate the burden of enhancement, this will allow you to farm for the weapon attributes that you'd like.
Okay.
The reforging attributes will range from 1 to 3 lines up to a maximum of level 20, and our intention is to provide and environment world militias can obtain this reforged equipment solely through playing the game.
Fuck yes.
Having reforging effects in dungeons.
At this point, they're saying things to me. Oh, this is great. This gives everyone a reason to run dungeons. We're gonna see people running dungeons again, and that's fucking great.
Is going to be so exciting. I think it'll make getting loot within the dungeons a little bit more fun too, right?
Absolutely. I know that I'm very interested in seeing what kind of items that I can get. This update has been prepared in hopes that these changes will make dungeons more enjoyable.
It will.
So let's kind of get back into
no
that.
contest.
There's a lot going on with Reforges, and it's already a little bit complicated. Will you run me through it?
Yes. So currently, when using reforging tools to add reforging attributes to a piece of equipment, you need to increase the reforging rank first, and then get 3 attribute lines enabled on your weapon or armor before you start trying for stronger reforges. And then moving forward with New Rise, reforging tools will always grant items with rank 1 and 3 attribute lines.
Whoa.
So we are removing the reforging rank so that all items will be at rank 1, and all items will be possible to have 3 attribute lines, no matter which reforging tool that you're using on it.
That
Whoa.
feels so crazy, and it seems like a very exciting and wonderful change.
Whoa.
Because of this change, all Hope Gems will be converted back into Hope Essences. Journeyman's reforging tools are also being retired, and they'll no longer be obtainable.
Rest
And
in
we
peace.
also...
Sorry not to interrupt you.
To be honest, the Journeyman, unless you're really early mid game, they're kind of dog shit. Like, people just use them to get rank 1, so... And even then, it was kind of a crapshoot. Like, I've rolled so many of those Journeymans to try and get something to rank 1, and it never happened, so...
And we also
Goodbye.
plan to refund you the gold for any of the basic reforging tools that you may still have, because those are also being removed from the general shop.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
God.
glad you're mentioning that.
Mhm.
I at first was a little bit curious about the Hope Gems, and the basic reforging tools make sense to me. So, feels like the perception of reforging as a difficult and arduous enhancement process is definitely being reduced. So far, there have been, expensive item drops, crafting option farming, and the crafting inheritance, but there's so much more coming up too.
Holy shit. Alright, so...
This is additionally what a visual guide of what you can expect in-game while using your reforging tools. Isn't it so much cleaner now? There's less clutter, it's more straight to the point, a little bit more comprehensive. Don't look at it too hard though. Alright, we can move on. Next up, we have...
Okay, this is good.
Very exciting news. We will also be adding additional sources of stat equipment. So we've made many improvements to the game's step-by-step growth and expanded the rewards so everyone can experience the joy of growth and accomplishment by playing diligently. In keeping with this direction, we're changing stat equipment, which serves as a key component of character growth, to be more broadly acquired through gameplay.
I know it seems like a lot, but we're breaking it down.
Pay-to-win elements, such as the powerful stat equipment that cannot be obtained in-game, are being sold via Gachapon.
Yes.
Not only are they some of the best in slot options, but they can also only be obtained through monetization methods. So, Mabinogi will be shifting its monetization method to a fairer model.
Oh my god.
So-
There's no way I just heard them say that. There's no way. There's no way. That's crazy.
Such items are not only undermining the enjoyment of farming and crafting, but it is also widening the gap between content and monetization. we want to reduce these restrictions for stat equipment so that there's no longer a paywall for these items.
What?
This will make it...
Bro, did hell just freeze over? This cannot be real. Oh my god.
so that stat equipment that was previously only available through Gachapon boxes will be acquirable through different means in the game.
What?
Take that in a little.
I know, right? I feel
What?
like we all kind of, everybody in the room and everybody in chat needs to take a deep breath to really digest this. It's a lot of information.
The chat is even going crazy about this.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
Simmer
have to guess that.
down.
So you can look forward to in early 2026, and within the next wave of content updates, we will be presenting new sale offerings and transitioning the monetization structure towards this fair monetization model. This change is not simply an adjustment to expand the number of ways that you can get these items, but we see it as an important step towards realizing the philosophy of the step-by-step growth and expanding
This is
rewards
crazy.
central to the design philosophy of this New Rise update. And so our continued efforts here seek to help players feel a greater sense of accomplishment over the course of their progression. And we simply believe that this will allow for the longevity and the sustainability of Mabinogi in the long term.
When you say it like that, it makes me want to cry. It makes me kind of emotional in a way. All in all, it goes to say, you know, there are so many more avenues for Mabinogi to make our overall experience a lot more.
Bro, this new director in Korea, he understands. He just gets it. Like, there's a point where monetization in video games is okay. And then there's a point where it just becomes unfair and shitty and predatory. And that's kind of how Mabinogi's been. And then this new director shows up and they just fucking flip the script. Like, this I never thought would happen in a million years. I sincerely never thought Mabinogi would just simply remove their predatory practices. And this is going to help the economy too, because now people have a way to get best in slot items without having to buy shit through the auction house or fucking gamble their rent away. This is great. On the minimum, I'm hoping for a pity system. On the maximum, I don't know what I'm hoping. An option to buy it outright for a certain price with Nexon cash. In a perfect world, I'm hoping for a way to get these items in game. But we'll see. That's a crazy dream, but we'll see.
Enjoyable and accessible. And so I think that was very beautifully put. I know that was, you know, kind of a lot to get out. Let's go ahead and let's start to move on. I know that there are questions about this. Hold your horses. While we dig in a little bit deeper, we are always also going to make adjustments to various existing systems. Don't laugh at me, Elabon. We have a couple different existing systems here to show. So, not to get into this too nitty-gritty, but we've got a couple that will be...
Whoa. I saw removed. So, special unit command level stats, they're gone. Segment enhancements are gone. Renown's gone. The potential system's gone. Bonus ego points for spirit weapons is gone.
Adjusted.
What the fuck?
So there are already a wide variety of growth elements in Mabi, so we plan on streamlining them a bit better.
We will be elaborating a lot on this next week. I know that you're looking at this and you may have already seen the kaput. But may not all be fully set in stone, and there may be some additional nuances to discuss. We wanted to squeeze it in here as a little bit of a notice that we will be making adjustments to these systems in the future. So...
Indeed. And so the key note here is that the system which made it inconvenient for growing your spirit weapon will be improved so that you always get the maximum points.
Mm-hmm.
And the additional information, of course, will come later in our patch notes. So
Everybody, just take a very quick moment to rejoice for all of those lost ego points for your spirit weapon.
Does that mean we're gonna get
Very
them
happy,
refunded
pleased with that.
if we lost them?
Let's move on to another really huge topic.
the foundation of Mobby has to be skill training.
So, for those of you watching,
There's no way they can make this easier. Jesus Christ, it's already easy.
are your ranks skills ranked 1? Have you maxed them? Did you Dan your skills already? I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Over the years, attaining rank 1 has become increasingly more simplified. And with New Rise, we'll also be making some pretty exciting adjustments to skill training.
What? What are they doing? What are they doing?
The plan is to completely separate combat skills and life skills by redistributing both of the stats and effects that these skills give. Consider this a skill stat rebalance.
What?
And as a glimpse into the future for our live stream next week, can you tell us a little bit about RC?
Oh gosh, this is a lot of information to digest. A TLDR that I will give for this is stat differences between combat and life skills will vary a little bit. So stats gained for ranking combat skills will be adjusted. Stats gained for ranking life skills will be removed. And lastly, but not least, there's many, many more, stats gained for leveling arcanas will be adjusted. We'll elaborate a little bit more on this because there is so much to get to. But for now, we're going to leave you with this. So let's move on to the next slide where we feature a little bit more information about skill training.
Shana Yuka stat cap unified.
So there will be some age and race changes too. We will be adjusting the various stat benefits that each race receives, and age will no longer play a part in stats either. So the age and the size of your character will now be purely cosmetic. We'll share a lot more details.
I can get behind that.
Oh yes, the update notes are beefy. Thank you, GM Cuckoo and CM Elabon, for working so diligently. I know that this one will be pretty interesting too. It's going to be strange to see sizing, you know, a little bit more widely viable in a way. Let's move on to my favorite slide of the entire presentation. The stun lock improvement.
Oh, thank God.
I've been waiting for this.
We've made improvements to the stun system. So Militians are capable of fighting on equal footing with gods, but if they get hit by a passing mouse, they're unable to do anything for a while. Black ship rats. We know.
No. Oh my God, I forgot you wanted to say that.
This is a great change.
Talking about this system a little bit more.
Ooh.
We plan to improve the system so that stuns do not occur when receiving damage below a certain percentage of your health. And this means that increasing your defense and protection will make combat easier.
Whoa.
We gotta get sturdy. We need to bulk up and beef up.
This is a great change. Oh my God.
With low damage, skills like Smash will still cause knockback, and it'll fill up your knockdown gauge if you are hit multiple times. Quickly eliminating enemies will still be a very important part of your combat, but there's also other improvements lightly shown in this little teaser video. I don't know if you've caught it or not.
What is it?
We may get back to that a little bit more in the future too.
Next.
Yes. Let's move on.
Interaction key.
We'll be adding some interaction keys. So this will be a indicator that you'll see on interactable things.
Okay.
Similarly, you can use this interaction to open chests.
Pull the video, Elabon. Oh, thank you.
That's a new chest.
And you might be seeing a little sneak peek of the new dungeon chests, which
Called
are
it.
very shiny.
Oh my god, you guys. I wanted to talk about this so bad. We'll get there. We'll talk about it a little bit more. Hold on till next week. Okay, let's move on from this.
10
I
AP
think the
to
interaction
change.
key on
10 AP to change Arcana. Switch to Arcana. Bro, you can change anytime, anywhere. That's a W. God damn. Sorry, I get a little excited there.
honestly is going to be really cool. But moving into arguably something that's a lot more appealing, we have this.
So
W.
the cost of switching arcanas will be reduced by 1/10 from 100 AP to just 10 AP to switch your arcanas. Also, you can now instantly switch them in the UI without having to go all the way to the arcana.
Yes.
Room.
For
Thank
anybody
God.
that maybe cycles through a couple different arcanas, or if you are fluent in your arcana talents, you'll be able to swap a lot more easily with this in the future. And also that reduced AP cost. Thank you. my
100
AP
was
crumbs.
deep. 100 was crazy.
So that's a lot for what we can expect in November's content. But we also have some very brief sneak peeks of content for December this year. So what say you, Mew, that we get into some of our December content following the New Rise update?
Okay,
Let
hit me.
us do that. So, joining us in December, we will have 2 new Arcana talents. The Forbidden Alchemist and the Arsenal Gunner.
Oh boy.
Chef's kiss.
Okay.
Let's start first things first with the Forbidden Alchemist.
Yeah, so this is the Forbidden Alchemist. As the name suggests, it will be an Arcana whose primary talent is combat alchemy.
Usually, when we look at Arcana talents, we don't usually see a life talent paired with them. This is a little bit strange.
This is.
I'm lying through my teeth a little bit because I know the reason, but for any Malician that might be looking at this and think that it's a little bit strange, I don't think you're that far off. What do you mean that it's battle alchemy as a primary talent combined with medicine?
So for the very first time, we'll be joining the 2 branches of talents together for this Arcana, both life and combat. And the Forbidden Alchemist will be able to customize the skill effects by combining the attribute crystals and herbs, and each skill can have a different recipe, and the enhanced skill effects
Damn.
will vary based on which
That's
items
crazy.
are combined.
That's good.
I'm very, very, very excited to see how our Malicians mix and match for all of the skills that they're looking forward to with the Forbidden Alchemist. While we move on a little bit further, I know we are getting close on time already. Goodness gracious. We have an overseas video depicting some of these skill usages. So, Elebon, proceed. During our time today, we won't go through the specific skills. However, there may or may not be a microsite coming out in the future that will get into the details a little bit more.
This is just a sneak preview, but we will have these new talents coming in December.
This looks
Yes.
good.
Very, very,
I'm happy
very
Alchemy is
true.
getting some love.
For now, you'll have to hold on until we get everything situated and we're ready to talk about it. But we couldn't do this presentation without showing you a little bit of the sneak peek.
Valid.
So we, of course, will have a dedicated NPC for this Arcana talent. Our first Arcana newcomer is Thais. I hope I am saying her name right. She's a genius girl with an incredible talent for alchemy. Her expression is a little bit shy on nature, perhaps even a little bit anxious. She is naturally timid as a result of her very unique upbringing, which, oh my gosh, you guys, her lore, please follow along with it. Growing up under a strict alchemist mother, she grew up hearing the rules of alchemy experiments in the form of ghost stories.
Oh. Hey, we already know this. Skip it.
I believe, the world is full of ghost stories ultimately. There are some haunted things happening in Erin, and we've talked about it a little bit before. This might be why she's a little bit so cautious and timid. As mentioned earlier, she has a genius talent for alchemy. She has a means of protecting herself in a world filled with such terrifying unknowns, but has become immersed in herbalism to find the powerful mandrake that she seeks, and that becomes her sole reason for joining the Arcana Association. We won't get into too much more of the nitty-gritty, just because there's so much more, and I don't want to spoil anything, but this gives you a taste for now. We also have our second Arcana coming with this winter update. Take it away,
Gunners
Mew.
rejoice.
So, the Arsenal Gunner talent
What is
will
this
be
mixed with?
a talent focusing on gunslinger and battle alchemy.
Huh.
Elebon, press the button. The Arsenal Gunner has a very unique ability to reforge the barrels of their dual guns throughout the use of alchemy, thus kinds of transmuting them into various different sorts of guns like sniper rifles or machine guns, depending on the situation they're in. Arsenal Gunner sounds so cool. Not to give it up for Forbidden Alchemist, but I think I know where my heart lies, and you'll understand why in a second too. Next, we do, of course, have a video to showcase, again, some of these skills, but
This is crazy.
same as before, we won't dive into too much. We do have plans to release more information later. Those animations are so stunning too, just both of them.
Okay. Holy
I also kind of
shit.
can't believe how many Arcana talents we're getting now. Goodness gracious.
We are up to a suite of 8 Arcana talents with our December release.
Gosh. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about the wonderful NPC who will be our
Oh yeah,
representative.
he looks like
Yes.
a gunner,
Mikhail,
like a killer.
Mikhail, I hope I am saying his name correct. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. I think we've found the newest 2026 Husbando poll winner. I think that this is a guarantee. Prove me wrong. With an appearance like this, you'd probably think he's pretty hardcore though, right? From what I understand with his lore, I think it might surprise you. So, there's a lot.
So Mikhail is the royal alchemist of the royal kingdom of Aliak. He's quite a diligent individual, often studying.
He definitely looks the part, like he could be up late studying. Like his dark eyes under his composure is just a little bit, you know, I'm at a loss for words, but you know what I'm saying. I'm also trying not to be like starstruck. But also as part of this too, it's a little bit difficult to imagine him as a proper, I guess, employee of the kingdom. I don't know how I would phrase that, but to see him as part of the royal kingdom is definitely strange.
Okay.
Just imagine him like in a full like worker attire. Anyway,
So as he's often studying,
Give me the updates.
his only
Give me
hobby
the
is researching firearms. He spends all night researching his favorite dual guns, striving to develop his very own firearm.
I did not sleep much last night, and I feel like this guy. And I just want to get to the good bits. Give me.
While we'll learn much more about the Arcana NPCs soon, we hope that you are looking forward to them.
I'm looking forward to them. We hope that in time, when all of these stories and lore are publicized and when they are, you know, out there for gameplay, well, hold on. December content too.
Okay. Sorry, I had to
think
skip.
that's a majority of all of our December content too, and what we can look forward to.
Except, we'll also be having
What the
a
hell is
new
this?
difficulty of Ravi Phantasm, Temptation's Path.
Did you guys put this in?
I'm sorry. I was tempted.
You?
Temptation led me to it.
What is this? Wait. I don't. What am I supposed to say for this one? I'm at. Okay.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the new elite mode is going to offer us in December.
I can't wait to see Elebon. I'm still so taken aback.
I
thought
hate
I knew
Rabby
everything that we were
Phantasm.
going to present today, and then you pull this.
I hate Rabby Phantasm. Okay, and I'll tell you why. I ran Rabby Phantasm over, that's 150 to, I ran Rabby Phantasm over 400 times, okay? Over 400 times. I got 0 fate fragments.
You're welcome.
I hate this
You're
dungeon.
welcome, chat.
So I was ready to move into our next section where we very lightly talk about an upcoming event and potentially some other things that we will be introducing soon. But that threw me off. Elebon, when you're ready to proceed.
Events.
We will have, of course, always events coming up. Currently, our Hellgate is ongoing, but we have so many more events
Master
coming up.
plan.
We won't take time to talk about all of them right now, and you know that we'll talk about some of them next week with the content update live stream. Elebon nods to me. He looks tired. We do want to share one of the more fun ones coming up too, starting with this wonderful unlimited outfit rental event.
What?
Click the button.
So, with this event starting on November 13th, you will be able to rent between over
A lot.
2,700 to be, more particular.
Whoa.
To be very precise, it's somewhere up there. It's over 2,700
Everyone's gonna be dripped
total
out.
items that you can rent totally for free.
So if you had played during the summer festival, you may remember Sasha's rental system, where you could rent from her shop. But this time it will be in a interactable UI that you can access anywhere, so you can change your outfit whenever you want.
Whoa.
And I
That's
hope
pretty
that
big.
you'll be able to find some styles that you like, and I'm very excited for this.
Have you already looked at some of them?
I've definitely looked at some of them, and I know that I was chopping wood while I was also perusing the outfits.
What is the relevancy?
There's no relevancy. It's just that you could do it from anywhere. You can rent it from anywhere.
That's
Also,
nice.
You know what? I think I was right out of a Shine Seeker dungeon when I was checking on them too. So you truly can do it anywhere.
of
What?
course, with renting, you also want to be able to have a guaranteed shot at renting or keeping the outfit that you'd love to wear on your character.
Mhm.
And so by the end of the event, you'll be able to lock in one of each headgear, outfit, footwear,
Hands.
hands, gloves, handwear.
What?
And so you'll be able to keep one permanently for free.
I'm
One-
going to take so much time sifting through that closet
from
to
each
really
category?
pick out what I want to keep. It's going to kind of feel like you're sifting through like a sibling's closet or something. But to digress, I can't talk, any more highly about this. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very looking forward to it, and I'd love to see everyone's styles.
We also have another sneak peek coming soon.
That's crazy.
There is something very
A
special
new
coming.
challenger approaches.
Another new challenge?
Elebon,
Challenger?
click once. So, this could be a lot of things. I am very curious to see what chat thinks it is. Our militians are wildly guessing it a lot.
I'm waiting to see.
A new
I have no
challenger. This could be so much.
I have zero
This
clue.
could be... Gosh, this could be an NPC. This could be events. This could be
They're all over the place.
so many. I won't
be
keep you
anything.
guessing too long. And we won't confirm anything. But...
New challenger.
Rabbit
That's all
pet?
we'll say.
That has to be a rabbit pet.
Okay, that was a lot to get through. that also just about wraps up the showcase content that we'll be showing today. But don't worry, as mentioned profusely throughout today's broadcast, Elabon and I will fumble through next Tuesday on November 11th while we go through a lot of this content
Still
together.
10 minutes.
We'll be going through a lot of the November content in-game together, so you won't want to miss that. Make sure to join us next week for our content as we look into all of the nitty-gritty details. Until then, if you have any questions specifically related to the New Rise contents that we shared today, anything on stream, maybe even the boys that we showed, if you have any general have a
Know that you may have many questions.
I hope you do.
Be posting a few letters after this. So information.
we also have a very special video, I believe, prepared. And so I'm going to give Elabon a second to pull it up.
Okay.
But until then, I think we're just about ready to say our goodbyes for now. We'll leave you with the video as a very special goodbye. Sound good?
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. And, we had a little bit of mic issues, but that's okay.
What's new?
Before we go, I think players have been asking about something. Giveaway?
Are we? We may have some fat giveaways coming next week. I think as part of having our massive Q&A for today where players can submit tons and tons and tons of questions that I'm going to have to sift through, I'm going to hold off on giveaways.
Everyone's like, I fucking sat through this live stream. Give me a reward. Bro, these updates are fire. Why is everyone asking for a giveaway?
For today, but in lieu of that, look forward to next week where we give away some goods. Thank you, Elabon, though, for bringing it up. I was thinking about it. I was like, did I forget something? This kind of new template of content update stream. It was a little bit weird and a little bit clunky, but we are figuring things out. Normal content.
So much.
All right. This is it. Let's see. Development status update.
마비노기 총괄 디렉터 민경훈입니다. 지난 겨울에 이어서 많은 분들께서 기다려주고
Last
계시는
winter is crazy.
마비노기 이터니티의 개발 상황을 공유드리고 앞으로의 계획도 소개해드리고자 영상으로 먼저 인사드립니다.
Alright, give me an update.
마비노기 이터니티는 2023년 여름에 처음 소식을 전해드린 이후 과거 엔진의 한계를 넘어서기 위한 튼튼한 기초 공사와 다양한 자료들을 언리얼 환경으로 이전하는 모습들, 그리고 한층 더 진화한 이펙트와 비주얼 요소까지 점차 진전되는 개발 상황들을 공유드려 왔습니다. 그리고 현재 마비노기 이터니티는 보내주신 많은 성원과 기대에 힘입어서 언리얼 엔진 기반의 기본 클라이언트를 제작하고 서버 코드도 재구축해서 콘텐츠를 빠르게 양산할 수 있는 기초적인 환경 구성을 완료하였고 재미 요소의 방향성 검증을 위한 테스트와 개발을 함께 진행하고 있습니다. 이번 개발 현황 소개 영상에서는 열정적인 분위기로 진행됐었던 내부 테스트 현장 모습과 더불어 새로운 모습으로 변화 중인 마비노기를 전투부터 생활까지 전반적인 모습을 살짝 보여드리고자 합니다. 먼저 새롭게 태어나는 마비노기인 만큼 밀레시안 여러분들께서 마비노기의 감성을 온전히 느끼시면서 더욱 새롭고 멋진 경험을 하실 수 있도록 많은 환경들이 개선되고 있습니다. 마비노기 내에 마을, 몬스터 등등 미적인 요소가 향상되는 부분뿐만 아니라 에린에서 생활 하나하나가 깊은 감동으로 다가오는 이터니티를 기대해 주시기 바랍니다. 모험의 근간이 되는 전투도 이펙트부터 액션성 그리고 편의성까지 한층 더 업그레이드 되고 있습니다. 재능별 특성에 맞춰서 다양한 재능들의 스킬들이 자연스럽게 연계되고 희망하시는 컨셉에 맞춰서 보다 직관적인 전투를 화려하게 이어나가실 수 있도록 개선되고 있고요. 앞으로도 조금씩이나마 궁금하신 부분들을 꾸준히 소개드릴 예정입니다. 에린의 판타지 라이프의 한 축을 담당하고 또 여러분께 힐링을 제공하는 생활 콘텐츠 영역도 마비노기다운 디테일은 살리되 불편했던 점들이나 재미 요소들을 최대한 보완을 해가면서 발전된 모습을 보여드릴 수 있도록 내부에서 다양한 시도를 해보고 있습니다. 에린의 풍경에 더욱
Sorry, I was gonna say this is covering a lot fast.
자연스럽게 녹아든 식생과 동물들은 물론이고 이와 어우러진 라이프 사이클을 보여드릴 수 있도록 열심히 준비 중이니까 이터니티에서의 판타지 라이프도 많은 기대를 부탁드리겠습니다.
옛날에 봤던 마비노기랑 되게 비슷하면서도 되게 새로운 느낌이라서 굉장히 좀 신선하고
이렇게 바뀌어서 사실 이게 마비노기가 맞나? 내가 했던 마비노기가 맞나? 이런 생각이 들었는데 플레이하면서 또 좀 자연스럽게 내가 했던 마비노기가 맞구나.
요즘 게임이랑 비슷한 느낌? 예를 들어서 퀘스트 자동 이동이라던가 뭐 그런 것들이 생겨서 훨씬 편하게 진행할 수 있는 것 같아요.
오케이.
마비노기 이터니티는 여러분들의 기대에 힘입어서 순조롭게 한 걸음 한 걸음 나아가고 있습니다. 영원한 마비노기를 위한 생각과 계획으로부터 이렇게 실제 테스트까지 달려올 수 있었던 것은 모두 이터니티를 기다려주시는 많은 분들의 관심과 사랑 덕분이었던 것 같습니다. 그리고 오늘까지 소개드린 개발 상황에 이어서 앞으로는 더 심층적인 콘텐츠들과 새로운 요소들까지 기쁜 마음으로 보다 자주 그리고 보다 적극적으로 소개드리는 시간을 갖도록 노력하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
This has been crazy. I get why the live stream was so long. I'm probably not gonna chop this up any and just kind of upload it to YouTube as is, but man, this new big update is so close and it's so hype and I can't wait to play it. As long I can't believe they're shifting to a more player-friendly aspect element of this all. It doesn't seem real. It's this guy here on screen is the guy you have to thank for all these changes. He took over and honestly he's been like, I've seen interviews where he's like, Mabinogi's great, but this game is a chore. It's not fun. And he's come in and made all these changes and this guy's just a goat. W update. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm gonna hop off, finish my coffee, and hold on. I think people forget, but I got this a little now tattoo. I never see it. Always covered. Anyways, I just saw it in the camera. Anyways, that's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.